Hey everybody, what's going on? Brian York with Yorkymoto Garage. Thanks for tuning into this next episode. And today we're going to talk about the frame decals, how to put them on. What's the trick? How's the easiest way? How to get the bubbles out? Well, I'm going to show you the way I do it. Now what I did was I took a measurement from this point right here where this backbone comes down and it has a point. And I went from there to the original decal on another bike, and it's 2 1/4 from this point to where the end of the decal starts. So what I did is took a black marker and made a mark up here. You're all thinking, oh my gosh, why did he put a mark on his brand new paint? Okay, it's going to give you a reference on where that sticker is going to start. And once you put your chrome strip up here, you'll never see that black mark. So I marked it on this side and marked it on this side so I have a good reference point to where I start. Okay, now also, what you want to take in consideration is you want to make sure that when you're putting this decal on, it says Trail 70 right in the middle of this. You want this to be lined up with this backbone right here. Okay? If your decal's like this or like this, most people will look at that and say, what the heck was he doing when he put that decal on? Was he drunk or what? So, anyway, we got these decals. They're decent reproductions. I think he got them from G-Force Graphics. Not really my choice of graphics, but sure. Okay, now what I want to do is, this is what I usually do. I get them started on here, and I just peel this backing off, because this backing is a real pain to start. And what I do is I get it down past the Honda like this. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to start a reference point right here. We're going to say, okay, we want to start our sticker right here. So what I'll do is, without putting anything on it, I'm going to start this sticker right here. Is it where it's going to go? Probably not. Now I don't want to go past the top of this lip right here, because when your chrome strip goes on there, guess what it's going to do? You don't want this to really stick a whole lot, just the very top of it. And I'm going to explain to you why here in just a minute. You don't want that sticker to stick to it because it'll be hard to get it back off. Okay, we just want to start the top of it. Okay, now I took some water and I sprayed it on there with a little bit of soap. Put a little bit of soap in here, hand soap. Swish it around there, a couple drops. And this is going to keep your sticker from sticking really bad. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is pull this the rest of the way off. Okay? Now, so our sticker is not on there yet, and our sticker is not going to stick to this because we've got soapy water down. So now we're going to pull this down, and we're going to pull this all the way off. You go really slow, because if you go real hard, it's going to rip the sticker. And you kind of pull just a little at a time. Sometimes you take the soap right here and put this on there, and that'll help pull it off too. See how it's pulling off a little bit easier? But see, I didn't put any up here, and what that does is help stick that and hold it in place while you're pulling the adhesive paper off. Okay, so we're slowly doing this, and we're pulling this off like this. Okay? So now what we're doing is getting the sticker ready so we can replace it in a different spot. Okay, now see how the T is right there, but see the 70 is down this low. Okay, so we don't like that. We don't like the way it's sitting. And the top of this sticker, believe me, does not depict where it's supposed to go, because when you get the top of this lined up, it's nothing like it's supposed to be. Okay, so now we can come around here and kind of throw this where we want to. See there? Now doesn't that look so much nicer having that on that backbone right there? Now see, I've got this pretty close to where I want. And guess what? Once I get this where I want it, see how that lines up on the backbone right there? That's what you want. Okay, some people like a little below. I like my sticker right directly with the backbone. But see up here, it's not sitting correctly. I don't care, because the chrome piece is going to go over top of this and you'll never see it anyway. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've got the sticker established where we want to put it. So now what I do is I use a microfiber cloth, and what I do is I hold on to the decal and go this way with it. When I get to the end, I pick the rag up. This way, pick the rag up. This way, pick the rag up. Same way. If you go back this way, you're going to take the end of the sticker and you're going to move it. That's the problem. You don't want to do that. And you want to hold on to the sticker while you're doing it. What you're doing is you're getting all the bubbles out and getting all the bubbles completely out of this decal, and you work your way from the top to the bottom. See any bubbles in there, you need to keep going back to the top of it and get them all out. Especially around this T, you got to be really careful. Anywhere there's corners, go outward and downward and hold the T while you're doing it. Same goes with any sticker you do. You don't want to let it go and then try to do it with your hand. Okay, so we're making pretty good progress here. Now what you can also do is take a little bit of heat. Once you get, see I got a little bit of a bubble right here in the O right here. But keep moving this around until we get it. You want to move it out. Get all the bubbles out. Same way here. Pull it over here. Anytime you do it over here, you hold this side, over here, hold this side. Okay, I'm going to go down this way. Hold it this way. Okay? Same with here with the T's. You don't want to get too close to the end of that T because you'll rip it off. These decals are very fragile. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take this and heat this up a little bit. Stay away from the decal. Do not get too close. You will melt the decal. You basically just kind of heat it up a little bit, moving it back and forth, and you're getting all the bubbles. You're going to get some heat. See, I got a bubble right there. Okay, so let's stop for a second here. And depending on what kind of vinyl you get, if you get a really nice decal, and it's got the vinyl with the meshing on the back, what they call meshing, I guess, it actually lets it breathe. This is the cheap decal, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to spend the next couple of hours. I'll go do something, come back to it, see if there's any more bubbles in it, work them out, put a little heat to it, warm it up a little bit. You just got to keep going back and forth until you get all the bubbles out of it. And then, you know, a couple days worth of getting the bubbles out, you know, and you don't have to sit there and like watching paint dry. You basically got to just keep getting these bubbles out and working your way down. So now we're down here to the bottom. We're going to try to take this sticker here and get the bottom around the bottom here. Okay. And guess what? There's a lot of sticker left right here. When we get ready, we're going to take an X-Acto knife and trim this up right here so it'll look nice. But right now, this sticker looks pretty dang decent. Like I said, we're going to keep working it with a little bit of heat. Go back and forth, kind of stroking here and there. Back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You don't want to get too close to it, like I said. You melt the decal. You just want to get it warmed up. And then you just kind of keep, like I said, keep stroking these decals back and forth. And I'm going to end up trimming the top on this a little bit and the bottom. But your sticker is going to be really nice looking once you get it applied. Anyway, you're going to have to keep going back and forth until you get all your bubbles out. Like I said, a couple bubbles right there. What I do is I'll get all the bubbles worked out, and then I'll go work on a wheel or something. Maybe 20, 30 minutes, come back. Oh, here's a bubble here, here's a bubble here. Kind of keep working them out. And sooner or later, eventually, you'll get all the air and all the water out of them. But the good thing about putting the water and the soap in there is that way you can move the decal in there while you're putting it in place. And then that way, it's a little bit safer. I know guys that puts these on dry, and I've tried it. I don't have the talent to do that. So to me, this is a safe, easy, and effective way. I don't know what you guys pay for decals. Some of them are $30, some of them are $60, depending on what you get. But I don't have an extra $60 laying around in case I screw one up. So I try my very best to not screw these decals up because I don't have the extra money to redo them. So anyway, this is the way I do it. Maybe you guys have a different version. A guy sent me a message I think it was 3 days ago, a guy named Gene Locke, and wanted to know if I could do a video on these stickers. So I was more than happy to do this. So I'm glad. If you guys have any ideas on videos you want me to do, a lot of times if it's something I'm getting ready to do on a bike, I don't mind setting the camera up and you know, spending 5 or 6 minutes to show you guys the way I do it. And sometimes it's not necessarily the way that you would want to do it, but this is a good way for someone who's never done it before to try it out and try to figure it out. So I'm going to pull this over this way a little bit so you can see it. See how the T is right here, and then 70's here, and then the Honda is straight up here with this line right here. That's the way we like to do our decals. Some people say it should be tilted slightly. I've seen a lot of bikes, and truthfully, Honda never did them perfect. Sometimes you could see an original Honda sticker and it's like this, and sometimes it's tilted. I think those guys had good days and bad days when they were building these bikes, just like they were building cars. So, you know, this is the way I do it, and I like it. I've never had too many complaints. The only complaints I've ever had is this should be a little more red, or a little bit more orange than red on a orange topaz. I don't care. There's only a few people in the world that complain about that. I don't really care. I'm just doing it the way I do it. So anyway, this is the end of my video. So if you like it, please subscribe to my channel. Get all your friends to subscribe to my channel. I don't have very many followers yet. I would like to get more people involved in this and let them know what I've got going on and how I redo these bikes. And I've got tons of help videos on there. Get on my page and subscribe and get on there and check out my videos. And hopefully you learned something from my videos. Thank you all very much. Brian York with Yorkymoto Garage. And we're going to get out of here. Thank you all so much.